Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into CHILIZ. Once again, thank you for your continued support across the channel here. Sharing is caring. I really appreciate everything you do to contribute towards the growth of this channel. Thank you for your subscription, most importantly, okay? And hopefully, you know, I'm bringing a level of some kind of teaching to you as well, and there's also a level of support. So yeah, it's all good, and obviously the comments reflect that. So thank you once again. Just going to dive into CHILIZ. So it's great, brilliant. Our targets were met, okay? I don't know if any of you have seen the video yesterday. Excellent. So we got that recovery that we're looking for. In the channel we were targeting, I said it was about a 16. What we was doing was anticipating a break of this resistance line. Do you remember this? And effectively what it is as well is an inverse head and shoulders as well, okay? That's a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders on the go there, as well as that W bottom, okay? And just there you can see that when it broke, okay, from the neckline there, roughly there, you can see it broken. Look, boom, metal target. And I did say to you, if it does break that line, that level of resistance, I did drop that target in as well. You know, open that long and just sort of set your take profit up there, and never be greedy, okay? Always have your take profit set, because now if you hadn't have took profit on that particular trade, you would actually be halfway through your profit right now. That was a really nice little trade, okay? It was roughly sort of 21%, 20% trade. So that's great for those of you that followed that. Awesome, well done. So now what we've got on the go, I didn't quite see this inverse head and shoulders, to be fair. I was concentrating on this W bottom, but that was a perfect inverse head and shoulders. I did actually notice it after I made the video. I did drop it in the Telegram group there yesterday, and I think a few people picked up on it, so that's good. So what's happening now then? So basically you've gone up. Obviously you've hit your head on the 050. Do you see that? Now you're falling back down. You failed to sort of hold this as support at the moment. This candle's not closed yet, okay? This Friday candle, that closes in 3 hours 40 minutes. So there is still time to sort of pick up here and get back through this 0382, which is now acting as resistance, because that's what happens. You hit your head on resistance, and then you obviously want to fall back on its support. And right now you are losing the support of this previous resistance, which is 0382. Looks bad, but actually it's not, okay? It's just a back test of support. Worst case scenario here is that you do sort of fall down more and look for the bounce off the yellow line, which is the 20 EMA on the 4 hourly time frame. And again, I can't stipulate to enough how beautiful that is, that little cross there. That's called a bullish cross, okay, golden cross on the 4 hourly time frame. That's good. That's what we've been targeting. That's what we wanted. That's what you need to get that. You needed that pull of the price, okay, because what it does, it pulls the EMAs up with it, creates that bullish cross now, which now if you do start to fall back on it, you will see a bounce off that, okay, and that acts as a really key level of support in an uptrend. So effectively, if you was to start losing this level now and start to see a bit of a sell-off, then I would expect a nice little trade here, okay? Not financial advice, is to sort of set along on this particular yellow line here, which is the 20 EMA, which is around about 49,342. But obviously that will change as the time goes on, okay? But if you was to see start selling off at this moment, then I would set a little bit of a long in there, okay? And just a little bit of a nice trade there, 6.5.4%, because I do think it would bounce off that, push up and hit its head again on that, because this is potentially what you're going to do. Not financial advice, but you may sort of come down and sort of get caught between this EMA as it creeps up and this level of resistance, which is 0382, and it may start to creep up like this until it pops you out and forces you out and makes you layer up, okay? Makes you layer up onto this next base and backtest that as support, because of what happens, resistance becomes support, okay, as you march onwards and upwards, and then support becomes resistance when you're falling. So it is really as simple as that. So that might be a nice little trade there. I know it looks bad, I know it's falling, okay? And what you can do as well, you know, we've got the fibs on this, okay? You know, you've got the fibs on this where we're coming down, we've peaked, we're coming down, we've formed the bottom, and now sort of pushing through these levels of resistance on the way to the top to get all the way back up to that high. Like I said to you, you're not just going to get there overnight, it's going to take a while, and you know, but you are looking golden, you are looking golden. And another thing I wanted to do is tell you that this is an extension, this is a price prediction that we've got in the channel right now, okay, because it is making progress and it is marching onwards and it's looking positive. You've got the bullish cross, you've got the inverse head and shoulders off the bottom there. You're looking at a 170 token over the next couple of weeks to a couple of months there for CHILIZ, now that we've found this recovery that we've been looking for. But I also want to stipulate, okay, that you can equally break down here, and a target would be if you was to lose this level right now, okay, because once you go up, like I said to you, resistance becomes support, and you may potentially see yourself fall back on it and at least test it as support. So if you was to see this fall through the EMAs, okay, you would target that 0.47768 as a really critical level of support, because I do think if you was to start losing that as support, then you may be potentially looking at a larger correction here where it just sort of loses this bottom, rolls over and falls down and creates another lower bottom. But at the moment it's looking really positive, because obviously you've got these high lows on the go right now, which is what we've been targeting. Okay, and it would be nice if we could sort of adhere to this kind of new trend line, this a new ascending trend line now, and just adhere to that, and sort it acts as a level of support and pushes all the way up there, you know, over time to this all-time high there. So, you know, at the moment it looks good, looks great there, looks really nice. Okay, the patterns are painting some beautiful pictures. We are back testing support, we're looking golden, but again, always have your levels of support in there. So what I'm going to do is just move that over to the right so we can keep an eye on that. So that is a critical level of support right there for CHILIZ. We can't afford to lose that, okay? Because if you do, you'll start cascading down and start making these lower lows and stuff like that. So at the moment, marching up, back test support, positive. So what you can do, I'm just going to drop this fib out right now. So at the moment, you've gone up. Okay, this is a corrective wave, and you form this new impulsive wave. You've topped out, and now you're falling back through. And you can actually sort of see what levels you're falling back through. Basically, you go from the top to the bottom. Okay, because what you're doing, you're falling. So that was your bottom, just there. Put your 1 on there and your 0 on the top. Move it along like that, so you can see. Now, this is a really good area to fall back to. This is a really strong support area, okay? If you start losing that, then do target the 0.618. If you start losing the 0.618 as you're falling down, then you're looking at a reversal, okay? This is called retracing. When you go up, impulsive wave, corrective wave, you're retracing, okay? All you're doing is correcting where you should find support before making the next new impulsive wave up. Do you see that? So when you fall, you're retracing, and what you do usually in a really strong uptrend, you will see yourself retrace to the 0.236, get a bounce and continuation. As the trend starts to weaken a little bit and it's looking for higher levels of support, i.e. the EMAs or some kind of critical level, i.e. this 0.477, you know, which is just under the golden ratio. Okay, so if potentially you could say if you do lose a golden ratio, you're effectively coming down, and that's your last key level of support. But again, if you start to lose a 0.786, then you're almost fully retraced and you've corrected completely. So it's a reversal, so to speak. So at the moment, it's looking good because you are bouncing off his 0.50. Okay, and I would expect there's a lot of buy orders going in there, because this is what traders target. Okay, this is what they're looking at. This is where they're thinking they're getting bargains, and that's why you see these little sort of kicks off these levels. So who knows? It could bounce here, not touch the EMA and carry on. But if it does fall through that 0.50, which is 0.5765, okay, do target that 20 EMA. Just like I said to you, it's a nice little long trade there to sort of take a little long up to that resistance level on the retracement there. So that's CHILIZ, all good so far. So effectively as well, this is another thing you can do, okay, and I'll show you this little technique. If now this is a bottom, because this is impulsive wave, corrective wave, impulsive wave, corrective wave, impulsive wave, corrective wave, okay, this corrective wave, you lost it, you reverse basically, you know, like you just say you start to trace, you went up, start to retrace, but then you lost the 786, you lost the golden ratio, so you reversed. Okay, it really is that simple. So you went up there in a new impulsive wave, you corrected, okay, which is retracing. You bounced off a level of support there. That to me looks like it's a 0.50. Look, we can target that now. So if we go like that and we put that at the top, you can see that corrective wave went up, and as it sort of retraced, look where it bounced off, just like we're bouncing off now. That's 0.50. Do you see that? You got the bounce, a couple of touches around there. You had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches on the 0.50. That means, yeah, your uptrend is intact, basically. You're looking golden. You get the bounce off that and you start moving up in a new impulsive wave there. So with that impulsive wave, you're now retracing, okay? So you've gone up, you've topped out in this impulsive wave, and you're now falling in a corrective wave, retracing wave. It's all the same thing. You'll hear so many different terminologies, but I'm going to try and keep it as simple for you as possible. So you can see, look what it's doing. Look, it's bouncing off 0.50, and it doesn't mean it's going to bounce here and go to the moon. Just like it did here, it bounced and it went up and it bounced again and it bounced again. You actually wicked underneath it there, okay? But the bodies were sitting on it beautifully. So at the moment, you're looking good. You are looking good because you are sort of finding support on this retracement. Again, if you do lose this 0.50, then do target the yellow line, which is a 20 on the 4 hour, is a really good level of support, and obviously that long position there. So what I'm going to do, if this now is the corrective wave complete and you've found the base, and now what happens is you retraced, okay, and you get this corrective wave, you bottom out, you bottom out. So right now you may start to form the next impulsive wave. So from that I can actually show you potentially where the next target is based off fib. So all it is that, and you put that on the 0, okay, put your 0 because that's your bottom, okay, and then what you do, you put the 1 on the top because you've come down, and what you're doing now, you're starting to form a new impulsive wave, okay, and as you form this impulsive wave, again, you're pushing through levels of resistance. So as you march on, you're going to hit your head, and that's going to be all that chop that you're going to see, just like it was here, that chop, look, chop, 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 in and out, hitting its head, falling back, hitting its head, falling back. So now you're forming a new, hopefully, if you found the base on that 050 of this retracement, okay, of this corrective wave, and you don't fall down to this EMA, this 20 here on the 4 hour, you can see it's getting picked up a little bit, but it doesn't mean that it's going to take off, okay, and it's not conclusive because it'll roll over and you could come down to the 20. So wherever you think that your new impulsive wave is forming, okay, that's where you drop the 0 on the fib and you put the 1 on the previous high of the impulsive wave here, impulsive wave, corrective wave, do you see that? And then you start to march on. Well, if you drop your extension in, again, just click on your fib, okay, and you get a little toolbar come up. I'll just show you. You get a little toolbar come up and click the cog, and what you do, you go down, okay, and these are my settings. I have it in reverse, fib levels based on log scale. I'm on log scale just here as well, just to mention that. I get so many questions like, it's not working, because you've got to be on log scale, and make sure that you've got your fib levels based on log scale, okay. And look, I've got the extension in. Do you see that? If you've not got extension, it looks like that, and yours will probably look like that. Okay, so you put the extension in, that gives you an extension, like the next golden ratio. That is potentially where you can get to. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, impulsive waves in a really nice little uptrend, after back testing off the 050 and moving onwards and upwards, they do tend to get to that. So potentially, you know, you could be looking at a CHILIZ token of 0.64 cents there. And from here, I'm not telling you to go long, but I'm telling you potentially you're looking at a 25% trade there for CHILIZ as it starts to recover. So that's basically it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please stay tuned, stay strong, stay safe, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you once again for your nice feedback and everything you do to contribute towards the growth of this channel. Do take care, but it's looking good, okay? It's looking good. We're holding support at the moment. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.